Hi, this is David Workman from Data Mosaic, and this is a demo of the new block builder functionality in Sutra CMS. And blocks, to start with, in Sutra CMS are little bits of content, structured content that will go in editable areas of a website. Typically, blocks are created in Savoy from forms, and you'll have to init a method that sets it all up, gives it a name, description. You have some views that you'll wire in to send out HTML. This is all then when you get over to the block interface. You would register that from the code, and that one in particular is right there. And that's how you would get a block created. And notice that that was just a demo block that didn't have any variables for user input, but the view could, obviously to make this view really worthwhile, is you'd put some variables for people to put things in. And then when you finally get to a page, for example, let's go ahead and do this. And that's that CTA that I just registered. And now that's the view. There was only one view, so I'm going to go ahead and visit this page. And this is just my working page. There's what we have. There's a particular block. And that's coming directly from the design right here. There's particular fundamental issues about why I'm using this to explain the block builder. And those are, when you look at the code for this, is that it came back from whoever cut this particular design into HTML and CSS, is that they had a very wacky structure here. Notice this H3 has a span in it to get the second line, and then H4 is down here, and then you finally have your P and everything. So this is what you would typically send back and get recoded with CSS, obviously, and just to clean that up a bit. But you know, the coders who did this are probably in China, and probably a junior programmer up there that sent this back. So instead of iterating, we have to get this out the door. We're just going to go ahead and get it out the door. And this is a real website we put up last month, so you can go over here and check things out and see what the real thing is. All right, so before I get started, let me just say that this is a ripoff. Let's credit where credit is due. I'm not sure who this Jordan Lev is. This is just his handle. Designer content add-on for Concrete 5, and we make we're shameless about our fact that we get all our good ideas from Concrete 5, and this add-on for Concrete 5, literally the reviews are, this is like the first plugin that people, when they install Concrete 5, they'll add in. And it basically lets designer create these blocks without having to go into the code mode, like I just showed you in Sutra CMS. The same is true in Concrete 5. Alright, so here we are. We have implemented this now as a core feature in Sutra CMS. And you have a mode here called Block Builder. And when you do this, let's go CTA Builder. Okay. Okay. A new tab shows up here on the right. And you have all kinds of fields that you can add in here. Static HTML is just for HTML to be spit out. The rest are for user entry. And so we're going to start out with a static HTML, and I'm just going to put in start. And since it's static, the user will never see this on the interface. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing there. And let's go ahead and put in, head on over to here, open up Firebug. And let's, so it's going to be div class block. And if I was, it's going to be our starter. And the next thing we want is going to be an H3. Now that can be a wrapper, so let's pull that in. This is exactly like the Concrete 5 plugin. is that you can have a pre and a post. This is going to go, let's make this heading. And we're going to call this is the user interface. We're setting it up, so let's give them also a label. And here, let's go H3. They're not going to see this. Okay, then that's what the call to action that says down here is what they'll be doing the data entry. We will not have any post because that's where the next one, text box, this one is going to be called, let's call it heading, let's call it subheading. Not sure. And over here you can reorder things and stuff like that. So subheading, let's also make I don't know why we're actually giving two label names, name over and the right name here. We may pull that out. And I think that's span here, and then we're going to close the H3 when they put this thing in. Let's just go ahead and make sure. Span H3. Okay, then we're going to have, let's call this SEO heading, this H4 here. So we have one more text box to do. Let's call this SEO. That's enough for that. Seems like that's this is what, an H4, and that's post is going to be an H4 as well. And all right, now we have two options for this, or several options for this paragraph. Is that we can just give them a text box as well, so they wouldn't have any it would not be any HTML that they could put in. We also put a text area to give them more than just a label type style. Or else we can give them a GUI interface, TinyMCE, so they could put links and everything right in with that. So let's just go ahead and put TinyMCE in, why not? So we give them a WYSIWYG, and this will be the description. Let's call it that. And since it is WYSIWYG, TinyMCE puts the P's in for you. And then we're going to follow up. We're going to close everything down with a closing div. So let's go ahead and put that in. Alright, so they're not going to see this. Alright. Now we're going to publish this. You can only publish it once, and this is also Concrete 5. It basically will now register that block for you. In the future iterations, we'll actually allow you to come back and edit and publish again. A few issues with that is that once you publish it and use it on a page, here's your structure of inputs. And we're putting everything into JSON down here, so we have a neat little coding, little Easter egg there that we can go see what our JSON is. Let's go over our page now and see how this works. So we have the default CTA in there. And I can do it in real mode as well if I'd like. I can edit down here. So let's just go in here and put in CTA. I think there's this guy here. Looks like I did a few of these already. So the class selector, this is the wrong one actually. So let me just see how I probably picked the wrong one. So I did not. Did call it CTA builder, but there was probably already a builder back there, and so we have this smart thing where we actually will do it actually was named CTA builder 1 because I already have a CTA builder in here somewhere, and there it is right there. So that's an old version. That's kind of a cool little thing. All right, so CTA builder 1 is the one that we actually want. Okay, heading. Let's go ahead and call to action. Maybe what we enter here, setting. I don't know what do they have here, heading 3. Let's see. And then description. We can go ahead and. And this one, TinyMC, takes a second the first time you load it up. notice if you go into let's go into the data mode for this. Sort of see how we're doing everything here. This is kind of it's all JSON'd up, and it's the Java version of things. So anyway, let's head on over to here. Let's see it really in action, and there we have it. That is a block builder. A designer can come up with that. You can actually go to the real page as well and check it out there. This is the block builder. I hope you liked it, and more to come from Sutra CMS. This will be published. We put in beta 3 out just after the weekend. It's Friday right now, and so probably Sunday we'll finish building out beta 3 and get this out to you. Thanks a lot.